Hello everyone. So now we will continue the fifth model, designing with distributed object. So we had discussed in the previous videos deploying the library system on the World Wide Web. So in there we had discussed developing the user requirement along with what the user must be able to type in the URL and they can enter into the browser or connect to the library system, and what type of user, super user and ordinary user, their privilege and access of that one. So we'll continue with the next one is the interface requirement. So before going to this diagram, so we would discuss the interface requirement, and next logging in and the initial menu. In there we would discuss this state transition diagram. The first one is the interface requirement. What does it? So in terms of that, due to the nature of the graphical user interface, an arbitrarily large number of sequence of interactions are possible between the user and the interfaces. So next thing is, whenever use case model alone to determine the requirement, it should be necessary used to too many conditional is required. So resulting that sequence diagram are not easily understood. Suppose that their convenience user able to abandon most top creations in the middle. For example, user may decide to place hold on a book, but when the screen to enter the book ID, so particularly book ID duration of the hold pop up, that user may change by that time his mind or his or her mind, so decide to not a place hold. That will be the very difficult problem in case of use case diagram and even state transition diagram also. For second example, book may be self-issued, or the number of may ask the library staff member to check out the book if this is the case. So in the later case, ID need to be inputted or input that one. So whereas in the former case, that information which already available to the system. With that, what we said, what is the defect requirement which mostly through the state transition diagram. That's why this diagram we have taken. A little later we would depict the flow using sequence diagram as well. So what does it? However, a single transition diagram is too large and unwieldy. Therefore, we split the state transition diagram into a number of smaller ones. That is our task. So before going to this diagram, logging and initial menu. So now this is the state transition diagrams of about logging in and initial menus. So we have to discuss about now what and all this diagrammatical representation. Okay, first of all we would see that login and what are the initial menus there with respective uh, state transition diagrams. So here this diagram in this figure we show the process of logging into the system when the user types in the uniform resource locator URL to access the respective library system. The login screen that asks for the user ID and password. We know that what type of user may be super user, they will have their own special IDs and password. In case of ordinary user, they should have their IDs along with password is the mobile number that we have discussed. So whatever this, now they are going to enter with user IDs and password and displayed on the browser side whenever I open the particular browser. So if a valid combination is typed in the input, an appropriate menu is displayed. So what is the menu depends on whether the user is an ordinary member or a super user, and whether the terminal is in the library or whether terminal is in the outside. So this is going to decide in that combination. Whenever you instantly you typed as a user combination of username and password, immediately you will come to know that what type of user and what the terminal, whether your library in the outside, what is the other terminal is in your outside library or inside library. So here the things we need to take it 3 point here mentioned. Okay, so you will see that this you log in with in case of bad user ID password as a validation will be taken in the main menu. Okay, here the choose the command will be there, input related to the command, whatever we type that will be validated. So the thing is the issue command here, the book command is available only if the user logins in the form of terminal in the library. Whenever the user logins in the terminal, so who can have a privilege to log in the terminal? Only we know that super users, not a ordinary or common users. So they can have login in this one. The issue book command is available only if the user logins to the in the form of terminal in the library system. Similarly, the command to place a hold or remove a hold, print transactions, add renew books which are available to the member of the library or not super users from anywhere, that we should take it into the account. That is not good for the library. So third point we should mention here, certain commands which are available are only to the super users who log in from a library terminal. So these are for the returning or deleting the books, adding members and books, processing old and saving data to and retrieving data from the disk, that should be counted. So another point what we are going to decide here, actually a super user has to be logged in the form of terminal in the library only, that we know, because that privilege is given to the only super users. So or here the menu will be simply contain the command to exit the system. So it may seem somewhat strange that a super user has no access to the library system from outside of the library, whereas an ordinary member has several commands at her disposal. This should be considered. But note that it makes not much sense to allow a super user to issue the most of the command from the outside the library. A super user cannot deal with a library member from the outside. This is not or it is restricted. So the commands to the add member, issue, return, renew book, place and remove hold and print transaction which are not applicable. And also super users cannot reasonably expect to add or remove books which are from the outside. This is also restricted. So one could make a case that a super user be allowed to process, hold and save and retrieve data from the outside. But it is hard to see that why super user would work from the outside just for the issuing this command, because the reason is when the user types in the URL the library, the system presents a login in screen for entering the user ID and password. So we know that. So if the user types in a bad user, that's why we have taken here user ID, that bad user. So if the user types a bad user or password combination, the system presents the login screen again with an respective error message. This is the error message. So particularly on successful evaluation or validation, the system must be able to display the menu that contains a clickable options. That should be clickable options. We can see in the command state figure, in the previous figure, only command state clickable options, which denote the general flow of the command. This is the general flow of the command. When certain command is chosen, we enter a state so that represents the command. So how the transition take place respective within command, which obviously depends on what command it is, what type of command. So all the screens which allow what we say that allows the respective display what is options to cancel which are available. And because we need to go back to the menus, whenever you need to go back, that options are available. We need to all the screen whichever allowed, that we can instantly cancel. So if the option is chosen, now the system goes on the display. We say that display the main menu which is awaiting next command. So then it is usually it is started which is going to await the next command. So when the exit command is chosen, the system locks the user out and presents the login screen whenever again it. That should be taken. Now we will discuss in the next slide. So now we will discuss add book. So in this diagram, so state transition diagram which shows for the adding a book. The flow is shown in this figure. When the command to add a book is chosen, whatever that, when the commands which are available in the terminal, we have chosen the add a book. The system construct the initial screen to add a book, okay, in the respective book, which should contain three field for entering. So here add book, there is a three field will be coming, add a book for that one entering. uh, Title of the book, author of the book, so ID of the book, and displays it and enter the add book state. So by clicking the add book button, what will happen? It should be possible for the user to submit these values to system. The system must then call the appropriate method in the library class to create a book object and enter into the catalog. So the result of the operation which is displayed in the command completed state. This is called as command. All the result will be displayed. Command completed state. From the command completed state, the system must flow or must allow the user to add another book, because loop will be continued. In the sequence diagram we had a loop. So add a book, or we should go back to the menus, add a book menu, main menus, need to go back. Okay, so go back to the main menu. So in the add book state, so in that add book state, the user has here, the user has option to cancel the operation. There is a user option will be given. So when the user don't want to continue again adding a book, he can able to cancel this operation. So he can able to cancel the operations and go back to the again main menu. After cancelling, he can go back to the able to main. So this is about add book state transition diagram. So it is important and why we are comparing to the sequence diagram. There once you added, or if you want to add one more thing, if the user mind is supposed change, I don't want to continue this adding a book operations, you want to cancel immediately, that would be very critical or very difficulties in the sequence diagram, and whereas in the state diagram that could be very easy. So that's why the state transition diagram is important than the sequence diagram. So next slide we would discuss about, so add member, return book, remove book, and so all. Here, so this add member, return book, remove book, and all. So here the requirement which are similar to ones for adding the respective books, we need not to accept some input here, number, details, or book ID from the user, access the library object to invoke one of its methods and display the result. So we do not describe them here, nor so we do give the corresponding state transition diagram. So this is the thing. So another case here, so whatever that one we have taken, save data, retrieve data, similarly issue the book. Okay, so save data, again that diagrammatically representation we can see in that. So when data is to be written to the disk, no further input is required from the user. The system should carry out the task and print a message about the outcome. So the state transition diagram which gives in the next slide, which is there, how that going to. Similarly, retrieving the data also, the requirement are uh, similar to those of the same saving data. So another case here, what we have taken, add book, return book, and this one. So this is the state transition diagram for saving a data. How we are going to save the data? Menu is there, and the save and retrieve also almost same as this diagram only. So main menu will be there, command completed will be there. If you want to go back whenever we need to again change that, we can do this. So this is about that transition diagram for saving data. So retrieving data, here we do not want the same again diagram. So diagram is same as the saving diagram. The requirement are almost all similar to those of our saving data only. So next is the one of the major complicated command, issuing a book. So this is almost all in the sequence diagram where we have taken use case whatever we have taken in class diagram. In all the cases, issuing a book will be always a complicated one. Now we will see that in how does it work it in the uh, state transition diagram for issuing a book, what and all the actual operation, what are the easy facilities are available here. So as shown this in the state transition diagram, this is the diagrammatical representation 12.11 state transition diagram for issuing a book. So a book may be checked out into different ways here. First, a member is allowed to check out himself or herself. Second, he or she give may give the book to the library staff member who check out the book for further, particularly check out for the members. So in the first case, the system already has users member ID, so that uh, it should not be asked again. In the second case here, the library staff member needs to the input member ID to the system followed by the respective book ID. So this is the case of state transition diagram of this. Sequentially we need to take it how that to be done. So main menu, the following of all operation cancel will be here except member ID. In case of bad member ID, we are going to validate it. Again we need to cancel it, otherwise issue the book. So respect to get book ID, book ID will be processed, then issue will be done. So this is now place hold, remove hold, and last one is the print transaction. The requirement for these are similar to those issuing a book. What we had discussed about issuing a book, almost all similar. So we omit this description is not required. So we are directly going for the renew book. Okay. So now go for the renew book. So what and all we'll discuss that state transition diagram for renewing books. Okay. So now here the system must list the title and due date of all the books which are loaned to the member, any borrower. Okay. For each book, the system must also present a choice to the user to renew the book. So after making the choices, the member clicks a suitable button to send any renew request to the system. So here what will happen? Actually for every book renewal request, system must display the title. Okay, that should be the mandatory, and due date. So possibly changed because of the renewal, due date will be changed because of the renewal of the book, and a message that client or that indicates that whether the renewal request was honored or not, that we should mention it. So after viewing the result, the member uses a link on the page to navigate to the main menu. So here what we are going to discuss in the renew of the books in the library management system. First of all, we goes to the main menu. Okay, so in that main menu we know that renew books for the first of all we should taking that super user or ordinary user also. So we are taking this example of the super user. So renew the books, then followed by accept member ID here, accept the member ID. So here if it is a particularly bad member ID, so that is the next thing here. What is that one? If it is in the case bad member ID, but when it is comes, so that will be again cancelled. So we are able to cancel it in that one. So if it is a valid member ID, so accept the member ID here. So we are going to accept it. Okay. Next, in case of good member ID, okay, bad means valid. So which shows the books borrowed. Okay. So in case of renew book ordinary, they are directly coming to the main menu to the show books borrowed, because they are not privileged, they are not restricted to them. So directly they are coming here. So books borrowed here. So now what will happen here? Renew the book, as we have told that click on to the button and send that one. So renew the book, books. Okay. In case of due date will be changed. In case of what is that one, title, that should be displayed there properly. So renew the result and menu. So which will go to the menu. So now next is the ordinary case. Ordinary, they are not going to check out in that accept member ID not required, because they are not a super user. So ordinary user will have their actually their own mobile number, so they will be able to take it in the respective mobile number only. Show the books, that should be the renew book ordinary, show the book borrowed and renew it, result which will be returned to the main menu. So the thing is super user, but in this state transition time renewing the book, this fellow, what is the who the user enters into the respective ordinary member as a ordinary member, so they cannot do the privilege this restricted action is not required. So whenever they want to cancel this, just that operations are available if they have changes, if their mood changes. So even their here supervisor also, they can immediately cancel it. So even after accepting member ID, whether it is a bad or good member ID, so they are able to cancel it. So the result, whatever that, all the result will be shown here. So this is the case we had taken discussed about place hold, remove hold and print transaction, which are almost similar to have the state transaction like issuing a book, get members, get book ID should be processed, accept member ID again in the case of we say that bad member ID or good member ID, whatever it is, so and so. So ordinary people also they are going to cancel it. Even super user also they are going to cancel it. So this is the complete. We say that all the state transition diagram. So which we have given in that uh, implementation, or we say that add member, all that comes under uh, interface requirement logging and the respective initial deploying the library system on the World Wide Web. So here actually one point we need to add this one for every book renewal. So for example, one customer who I say that borrower or the user, they might have to renew the more number of books rather than one single. And in the same case, he can able to if his mind changed in the that when the time of renewing, so he might able to cancel that one when he as a super user, or so he has a ordinary user, whatever the type of user, but he is able to cancel it. So the thing is, for every book renewal request, the system must display the title. So this is very important, because the system will be able to identify the what the title of the book and book ID is the must. So here due date and that indicates that whether renewable request was whether it's approved or not. So everything we will come to know that after viewing this box, the result. whenever result box. So then what will happen? Member use the link onto the page to navigate it into the whenever the user links or click onto this one. So whenever he click onto this one, which will navigate to the here the arrow mark is given, which will navigate to the main menu. Okay. So now this is about all the state transition diagram of the we had discussed about add book, add member, similarly state transition diagram for login and that is the menus, login and initial menus. So the add member, return book, remove book, save data, retrieve data, issue the book. That was the difficulties, and we have resolved how that is possible with easy in the state transition diagram. And place hold and remove holders is not a difficulties, but it is similar to the issuing a book state transition diagram not required. Renewing bit renew is the somewhat different. So in the next videos we are going to detail study of design and implementation, how we can to deploy the system on the web, what we need to do whenever we deploy the system, what we need to do on the respective website, so that we can do it. A structuring file is required, so that one example we have the HTML file fragment, we need to take it. So then how to remember a user configuration of this one, class diagram for the library servlet, structure of the servlet web based library system. Similarly, simplified sequence diagram. After that, removing the book, how it can be worked for which are helpful to take issuing a book and renewing book. Certain code logging and logout code will be so given. So we will try to cover in the next videos.